today's video I will show you how you can change the oil on any pit bike. Today we will change the oil on this pit bike. It's a 70cc semi-automatic bike. So it doesn't matter what kind of pit bike it is. On a 125cc pit bike it's exactly the same. Or even on this 50cc quad bike it's exactly the same. I bought this bike today. This is a 125cc and I'm going to do a rebuild on it. So if you don't want to miss out on my videos and you want to support the channel, please give me a subscribe. Thanks a lot. So the tools for this oil change are this 17mm, and it's better to have a wrench, but this does also work. A bucket like this so you can catch the oil. So before you do the oil change, it's the best thing to run the engine for a little while so it's nice and hot, so the oil will drip out very good. So the oil drainage bolt is located underneath the engine. It's a 70mm bolt, this one right here. I recommend this wrench because it's really easy to get underneath the skip plate. So now let's get the bolt out so we can drain the oil. Let the oil drain for around 10 minutes. Then you can wiggle around the bike a little bit so you get the last bit out. I bought this bike today and there's way too much oil inside. So don't take this as a reference of how much oil there needs to be in this engine. So now I will store my oil in a safe place so nobody can mess around with it. And I can bring it to the recycling bench later on. Now let's put back the oil drainage bolt. So make sure this bolt is very clean and there's nothing like sand in it, because this will cause an oil leak. I will clean the bolt by spraying some brake fluid over it, so I make sure it's 100% clean. You have to make sure you have the right oil for this pit bike. I can tell you every pit bike with these type of engines uses 10W40 engine oil. I will put the oil in this bottle so I can pour it in very precisely so I don't spill any oil. For this pit bike I pour in 700 milliliters of oil, but it can depend on what bike you have, how many milliliters you have to put in. So I recommend you to search this on the internet. Now I'm going to check the oil level. First clean the dipstick off really good so there's no oil left. So then you screw the dipstick back in and then you level the bike out so you don't get false measurements. Now let's take out the dipstick, then we can check the oil level. But as you can see, the oil level is perfect. It has to be exactly like this, that's the best. Because when you put too much oil in, the oil pressure in the engine will be too high, so the oil will get through the rings and it will burn, so your engine starts smoking. But if you put too less oil in, the engine can get damaged, so that's something you really don't want to happen. So always check the oil level. So now you should run your engine for around 5 minutes so all the oil gets through the engine. After that you should check your oil level again, so you're 100% sure that the oil level is right now. So put the dipstick in and then level the bike out, and then we can check the oil. As you can see, after running it, the engine has 2 less oil, so I have to put something more in. If I helped you out on this video, please give this a like and a subscribe, and then I'll see you in the next one. Bye.